Hey, what's up guys? So today Dead by Daylight released a Tools of Torment trailer for the new chapter, the new killer, new survivors. I don't think we're getting a new map, but I did hear about a rework. So I wanted to check out the trailer because last night I actually saw a spoiler and we were so close, we almost got away with not seeing any spoilers. Now listen, I have a love-hate relationship with spoilers because I'm the type of person, like, I'll be curious about something, watching something in a show or a game or whatever, and then I'll look something up and then I'll spoil it for myself, accidentally. So, I don't know. I don't hate spoilers, I don't hate people that post them, but luckily it was, like, close enough to the actual, like, release trailer date, so people thought it might be fake. Honestly, I was like, this has to be real. Either that or they've got like some damn good editing skills, Photoshop queen, because it looked way too real. So let's see if any of those spoilers are true or not, and let's find out. Okay, so looks like she's building something. There's blueprints and files with that symbol. What is that? Tracker? Okay, there's the new survivors. There's the drone. There's those containers or boxes, chests. Oh shit. They look good. The evil hook. Okay, this might be a new map. Miss Wolverine. Oh wow. Okay, March 7th. Wow, okay, so the spoilers were definitely true because it is definitely what I saw with the new survivors, with the skull merchant, all of that. Alright, so let's do sort of like a play-by-play and see what we pick up on. We'll read the patch notes and the update release, like, information, all that in a minute, but let's see. So we've got her working on what I assume is the drone because of the pieces, and then we see folders. It looks like 4 folders with that symbol on it, and then blueprints on what I believe is how to make the drone. Here's the tracker. So I'm curious to see, I think it showed when it zoomed in, I think these, I'm assuming, are the survivors. So I'm wondering if it's almost going to be sort of like the night, how he can set up, like, you know, a space where it's patrolled. So I'm curious to see. I mean, that's going to be huge on intel. Yeah, because see, it faded in, and then there's the 2 survivors. And then, yeah, here's the drone. So it's really interesting how, like, the skull is, like, upside down, how they incorporated that instead of just making it, like, you know, a plain drone. So that's definitely cool. Then here's the new survivors. I wonder if the drones move or if they're just, like, idle in place. Here's the new survivors. Wow, they look so good. Let's go back. This is Thalita, I believe. I'm horrible at pronouncing names and just fucking words in general, so I'm sorry if I pronounce anything wrong. But wow, okay, I really like the hair. I really like the way they did her character model. I know they always look better in the trailers, but still. And then there's Renato, and I'm living for the man bun moment, and honestly, a serve.
Another day! Another slay!
Okay, so then they're running, and we see these containers. Well, these ones are a little bit high up, so I wonder if these are going to be like a chest where they can open it and, like, I don't know, get a part, get a tool or something. See, that looks like a new area. We've not seen this before. And then we've got these sort of like robot mannequin, it looks more like mannequin with like blood and scratch marks all over, almost like with the Wolverine type of like scratches on it. Yeah, because this has to be new, because it's like a shack. I don't know if they maybe updated the shack or like a main building or something, because I thought they said we're not getting a new map. And then, okay, she's got two sort of claw things. I'm not gonna lie, she kind of reminds me of Nia, if Nia was like Chris. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from this. And then like the diamond mask, like Kris Jenner is like, she's coming for anyone that tries to ruin her legacy.
Yes! Oh my god, Kim, gorgeous!
Like, just imagine, like, momager here at the office, just like, you know, hacking into shit, fucking Kris Jenner in the garage building drones and shit. See, I think it said, yeah, March 7th, so that's really not far away at all. So I'm definitely so excited for this. And I know people were saying, like, oh, it's gonna be like a cyborg killer, like half skull or whatever, and I know that, like, obviously she's more like humanoid and not, you know, not that, but
reduce your expectations to 0.
So I get it. I kind of wish that she did have more of like, I don't know, like more cyborg-esque qualities, because I really just want like a cyberpunk themed map and just like killer altogether. And I feel like since we got this, I don't know if we're gonna get that. I mean, we definitely could. There's still definitely years ahead for Dead by Daylight, but I don't know. I'm curious to see the future now that we have this. It's kind of like future-esque. Okay, so here's the official chapter page for Tools of Torment, chapter 27. 19 days, well, technically 20 days away. So I'm definitely excited. That is like really not far at all. Especially because we're literally halfway through February already, which I cannot believe. So let's see. Keep Your Eyes to the Sky, available March 7th. So that's referring to the drones. Here's the patch notes for 6.6 for the PTB. And this should include, yeah, this includes the new killer. The new killer, the Skull Merchant, aka Evil Nia. Okay, let's read about her perks. So the first perk is Game Afoot. While you're chasing the obsession, this perk activates. Damaging generators and destroying breakable walls and pallets give you a 5% haste status for 8/9/10 seconds. Whenever you hit the survivor with the total most time in chase with a basic attack, they become the obsession. The killer can only be obsessed with one survivor at a time. So I think the gen part of this, I don't think it's going to be, I mean, it's going to be helpful regardless, but I think this is definitely going to apply way more to like the walls and pallets, because in a chase, anything that makes it a little bit quicker. But yeah, I think that's interesting how it switches the obsession, kind of like one of the Ghostface perks. So the next perk in all caps is thwack. So like getting smacked, I'm assuming. After hooking a survivor, performing the break action on the next breakable wall or pallet will make survivors within 32 meters scream and reveal their aura for 4 seconds. Thwack is active for 45, 60, 75 seconds after the survivor is hooked. Okay, so we got a speed boost and then we got some intel here. Each time you hook a survivor, gain 1 token up to 10. Wow, that's a lot. When you hook a survivor, this perk activates. For each token, reduces the speed at which survivors heal for 3, 4, 5 seconds for 30 seconds. So if I'm reading this right, if you combo that with like Sloppy Butcher or certain Scourge hooks, that is going to take forever to heal. They definitely seem like ones that I'm going to want to run. So the first new survivor is Thalita Lyra, and her perks are Cut Loose. After performing a rush vault in a chase, this perk activates. While active, your rush vaults are silent for up to 4, 5, 6 seconds, and successfully performing a rush vault during that time resets the timer. This perk goes on a cooldown for 45 seconds. So it seems like the way this is reading that you have to perform a rush vault first, and then like the next rush vault is silent. That's what it seems like, so I'm gonna go with that unless it's different. And then friendly competition. Whenever you finish repairing a generator with at least one other survivor, this perk activates. You and other survivors who finish repairing the generator with you get a 5% increased repair progress speed for 45, 60, 75 seconds. Survivors can only have one instance of this perk's ability active at once. Okay, so I think if you and someone else both have this perk, then it only runs like once, because if you have like 4 people on a gen that have that, you're automatically getting 20% increased repairs, which I don't think that's gonna happen.
Why are we going so fucking fast?
So I believe even if there's like 4 people on the same gen, you're only gonna get a 5% increased repair speed. But if you put this with like Prove Thyself, I think that's the one. I don't think it's leadership, I'm pretty sure it's Prove Thyself. Then that's definitely gonna help. And then we have Teamwork Power of 2. Whenever you finish healing a survivor, you both move 5% faster as long as you stay within 12 meters of the survivor you healed or until one of you loses a health state. Teamwork Power of 2 can only trigger once every 180, 160, 140 seconds. Survivors can only be affected by one Teamwork Power of 2 effect at one time. So, like friendly competition, it seems like if 2 people have it, then yeah, it's only going to work for one, because if you did that, it would just be way too powerful. And then the other new survivor is her brother Renato. Perks that he has are Background Player. If you unhook another survivor, break into a sprint at 150% of your normal running speed for 6 seconds and gain exhaustion for 60, 50, 40 seconds. This perk cannot be used while suffering from exhaustion. Exhaustion prevents survivors from activating other perks that cause exhaustion. So I feel like this could be a really strong perk to have, but at the same time, if you don't have another perk that makes the survivor that you just unhooked, if it makes their speed go up, then I feel like this is going to lead to tunneling, because then they're going to know that you have the speed boost, so they're going to go after the weaker link there, and that definitely is not ideal. So I definitely see this one being paired with Borrowed Time or Will Make It, just because if not and they're not exhausted, then it's definitely going to lead to even more tunneling, I feel. The next one is Blood Rush. This perk activates once you are one hook away from instant death. While healthy, running, and suffering from exhaustion, press the active ability button 1 to lose a health state and recover exhaustion instantly and gain the broken status effect for 28, 24, 20 seconds. You are automatically healed from injured to healthy after seconds. Being put into the dying state will cancel the healing effect. Activating Blood Rush will disable it for the remainder of the trial. Okay, so it can only be used once. And then exhaustion prevents survivors from activating perks that cause exhaustion. Broken prevents survivors from being healed. So if the killer's running a lot of exhaustion perks, I feel like this is going to be good. But at the same time, you have to get to the point where you're almost going to die and then get injured. You're kind of asking for a death wish. So it's going to be very situational, I feel. And then the last one is Teamwork Collective Stealth. So another teamwork perk. Whenever another survivor finishes healing you, you both leave no scratch marks as long as you stay within 12 meters of the survivor who healed you, or until one of you loses a health state. Teamwork Collective Stealth can only trigger once every 180, 160, 140 seconds. Survivors can only be affected by one Teamwork Collective Stealth effect at a time. So it's like friendly competition in Teamwork Power 2, where you're really only benefiting with one person having it. I thought I did hear that the siblings perks do work together, and I'm definitely seeing that now, because if you've got some really good perks and then you've got at least one other person who's running these perks too, and then you're pairing them together, it's definitely going to make you a really powerful duo.
But we'll outsmart her.
If not trio, or a whole group of survivors. And especially with Survive with Friends, I really only solo queue, but even with that, I think it's going to be really helpful. So I'm really excited to see how these are used. Okay, so there's not a new map, but it does say map changes, Shelter Woods. And it says, deep in the heart of Shelter Woods lies the Skull Merchant's hunting camp, where luxury and brutality coalesce. Many grotesque tools have been crafted within its walls. The high life indeed. That must have been what we were seeing there. So I wonder if they're going to put like a bunker, or, I mean, it might be high up, but like something there, because luxury and brutality, that, and hunting camp, so where the mannequins were and all that. I mean, it really does sound like it sort of is a new map, or at least like a new theme to the map, because we have enough like forest style maps. So, if they want to go in and pull a fucking HDTV and renovate the whole damn thing, I'm totally here for it.
We turn distressed properties into beautiful family homes, and we love what we do.
And then we got a visual update for the Red Forest, and that says, we've taken a lengthy visit to the Red Forest realm, which includes the maps Temple of Purgation and Mother's Dwelling. How about a nice long walk in the woods? Any update I'm fine with, except for Area Crows. I really miss the big map. And then lastly, it's not for this chapter, but I do feel it's definitely worth mentioning, is we have a visual update for our long forgotten, but she's been revived, Miss Queen Hattie Carr.
Disgusting. Basic. I want to serve bait. Yes! Yes!
Miss Hattie the Baddie has been visited by the DBD Queer Eye crew.
Can you believe?
No.
Yeah, it's about to open up a club, honey.
She has gotten a makeover, she's getting a new wardrobe, she's getting, well, she doesn't have a map, but we're getting a new map, so somebody's getting a new home. She can live there with fucking Kris Jenner.
I get those goosebumps every time. I need the Heimlich. Throw that to the side.
Evil Nia. So she's gotten a visual improvement to eyes and hair. I read that as vision improvement, like she was blind, like Michaela, who suddenly has no glasses anymore, but visual improvement. Hair shape and color adjusted to be more reflective of her lore. Added blood to prestige hair. Visual update to her uncommon skin makeup. Okay, so Miss Thing's mug is getting beat. And lastly, icons and portrait updated. And there's more stuff with like the map repeat prevention, because I'm tired of seeing Coldwind Farm 7 times in a fucking row, as well as loading timeouts, reporting players, perk changes, aka ruining eruption, and a few other improvements. So if you want to read all the patch notes, I'll leave a link with that down below. But I will not be playing the PTV because I am a console player, so we don't get the PTV because it's only for, PC players. But when this comes out, I definitely plan on making some videos for Killer and Survivor, because I am just so excited. I am ready to be Kris. I'm ready for the new Survivors. Everyone is slaying. They ate with this. The Survivors look so good. I'm so excited to play them and be a Thalita/Renato main now. Hopefully she's serving CUNT with that Mori, and I'm very excited to find out. So stay tuned for some gameplays, and I'll see you guys next time.